your desire, the very first step. As we're talking about winning cash, how much would you like to win? What is your desire for an amount of money that you would like to win? First of all, don't put any limits on it. And if you find that perhaps you don't know, then just sit quietly, put one hand on your heart, put one hand on your belly, and just ask the question, how much would I like to win? And just put that down as a figure, whatever it may be. And when this happened for me, the figure literally just shot right through my body like a huge pulse of energy. The second part to this is asking yourself, why would you like to win that? Now, for most women, the automatic thing they do is they think of everybody else and who they would give money to and who they would help and all the rest of it, which is great, and that's also part of the process, but it can also be part of the problem, which we'll talk about in the next video. So when you're writing down, and I would suggest you do write it down, write the figure down, and what I would like you to do, or what I would suggest for you to do and offer for you to do, is as you write your list of why you would like to win whatever figure it is, make sure that the first at least 10 things on the list are for you personally. We can add in all the things for everybody else at a later stage, but the things that are for you personally, that you would like to do for yourself, to buy for yourself, to treat yourself to, is the next bit. The third part of it is, how are you going to win it? Now, there are two schools of thought on this when it comes to manifesting and receiving money. One school of thought is that you just leave it completely open-ended, in that you would like to win X amount of pounds, dollars, euros, or whatever your currency is, and just kind of leave that so that it's more an intuitive based. So if you happen to be in a shop and you get an intuitive to buy a lottery ticket or a scratch card, it's one school of thought. The other school of thought that I found has actually worked for me is to pick a particular game that you like, that you have an affinity to, whether it is a lottery game or a scratch card game or an online game to win money, or a contest or competition that's in the radio or newspapers or postcards or something, whatever it might be. But I have found that when I have picked one particular game that I like, that for me it's a lot easier to kind of focus then my attention, my imagination on that particular one. And the fourth step into your desire is just to sit quietly. Again, put your hand on your heart. Just sit quietly and ask yourself the question, how would I feel if I had already won this money? How would I feel right now if I had already won it and it was already sat in my bank? And just notice that feeling that comes up in your body. It might be a case that having received all that money, you're feeling joy, you're feeling pleasure. You might be feeling a sense of relief. You might be feeling a sense of pride. You might feel a complete thrill that runs through your body. The important thing is just to notice how you would feel if you had already received your desire. And this is a feeling that we're going to come back to throughout the rest of this course. We're going to come back to that feeling of joy, of pleasure, of relief, of just the amazing, wonderful things that are happening to you. And we're also going to come back to it when we come to talking about when you're going to sleep at night, and actually going to sleep in that feeling that your wish has been fulfilled, in that feeling that you have already won the money that you've desired to win. So that's our steps. Is 1, know what your desire is and write it down. 2, write down why you would like to win the money and include 10 steps at least for yourself, or 10 items at least for yourself. 3, write down a how as to how you're going to win it, a particular game or what you're going to do. And 4 is sit and take notice of how you would feel if you had already won that money.